Welcome back to another episode of Crime Center. On today's show, we're going to talk about Willie Corey Godbolt. On May 27, 2017, 35-year-old Corey fatally shot 8 people in a crime spree. The shootings began around 11:30 p.m. at a house in Bogue Chitto, Lincoln County, Mississippi. 3 women and 36-year-old police officer William Durr were shot and deceased at the house. 2 boys were also found shot and deceased at a house in Brookhaven, and a male and female were also found deceased at another house. Godbolt was shot and wounded by police and taken to the hospital for treatment and arrested. Godbolt communicated to a reporter he intended to be deceased by cop and deserved to be deceased for his actions. His wife and children were unharmed in this spree. The victims were Deputy William Durr, Barbara Mitchell, Brenda May, Takara May, Austin Edwards, Jordan Blackwell, Firo Barrage, and Sheila Barrage. Godbolt had an extensive criminal record dating back to 2005 for armed robbery, aggravated assault, simple assault, driving with a suspended license, and disorderly conduct. Most recently, he was arrested in 2016 for assault. Godbolt was arrested and sat on the ground. While sitting there waiting for officers, a reporter by the name of Therese Apple from the Clarion Ledger interviewed him. Godbolt stated that he had gone to the Bogue Chito house to talk with his estranged wife, her mother, and stepfather about taking his children back home, and one of them ended up calling the police, ultimately triggering him to lead to the shootings. Apple's video also shows Godbolt appearing to tell the authorities where to find Sheila Barrage's body, and saying he would tell police where all the victims were if they would get a deputy, quote, off his back. Godbolt's trial started February 15, 2020. On February 25th, 2020, he was convicted of multiple counts of capital murder. 2 days later, Godbolt was sentenced to execution. He is currently being held at Mississippi State Penitentiary in Sunflower County. Godbolt would later try to appeal the convictions to the Mississippi Supreme Court. The charges were as follows: death for each capital killing, 6 life sentences, and 2 20-year terms for the other convictions. The Supreme Court turned down all 19 points of appeal, including claims of an unfair jury and ineffective counsel. The court confirmed every conviction and every death sentence. Godbolt, now 41, is on death row at the Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parchman. 7 justices affirmed Godbolt's convictions, but Justices Leslie King and Jim Kitchens dissented. King wrote Godbolt was deprived of the constitutional right to a fair trial and impartial jury because the pool included a large number of people with connections to law enforcement, and 4 of those people with connections to law enforcement were selected as jurors. I'm sure they did not like the fact Godbolt shot Lincoln County Deputy Sheriff in the face, ending his life. Everything that happened is very tragic. A bunch of people lost their life, even some younger kids, and it was unfair. I don't know what Godbolt thought would happen trying to appeal when he very blatantly did what he did and admitted to it on camera to a reporter. And I don't know what he thought he was going to get out of using these excuses, but justice prevailed and he got what's coming to him. To take little kids' life or innocent women, men, children, anybody, you deserve to have yours taken as well. I know that a lot of people are not sure about the death penalty, but there are cases where people deserve it, and this is one of them. Nobody in this world has the right to take your life. Who do you think you are that you can go and snatch somebody's life from them and then think that you're not going to pay for that? I understand that one of the judges said that it was unfair because of the jurors having connections with law enforcement. But I'm pretty sure any regular person in this world is going to have a problem with you killing kids, women, and a police officer. The minute you pulled that trigger and shot that officer in the face, you were done. So I hope this story can shed light to a horrible situation, and I hope that it can wake people up. If you are going down any kind of dark path or thinking of doing anything similar, just don't. Seek some help, get better, and continue to live your life and continue to let other people live their lives as well. I hope all those people that were affected by this rest in peace. And I'm glad that the perpetrator is going to get what he has coming to him. Justice will be served, and he ain't going to be able to escape the hooks of the law. I want to thank everybody for coming back to another episode on Crime Center. I hope it was very informative, and I hope it shed light on something you hadn't heard of. I try my best to do shows that I can that are not everywhere on YouTube. So, once again, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to push that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And until the next one, stay tuned.